Well, hello there. It's another Kid Friday. Wow. Hey, it's show number 233. We do this show because you're a kid in a digital world. I'm Dave, and last time we said we were going to have an 8th grade teacher on as a guest, and due to scheduling conflicts, because of me, not the teacher, me, we're postponing 8th grade for a little while. She's too busy becoming principal. I think she's going to be. Anyway, our 8th grade teacher will join us on a future show right here on Kid Friday, and we want to get those insights about the smart boards and all the technology being used in school, and really can't wait for that. There's a bunch of little kind of small little things to go over, and we'll get to that. But I'll tell you what we're going to talk about amongst those things. But we're going to talk about, the new Google Pixel that just came out. It is supposed to have an amazing camera on it. Amazing. And right now, there are already a lot of people with amazing problems with the camera. Amazing problems. Wow. That was quick. All right, we'll talk about that. Good phone, though, overall, it really is. And I'm sure Google will fix it. Also, we're going to be talking about Amazon. If you buy anything on Amazon, you probably have seen their own what's called private label. So they're products that say Amazon on them. And a lot of companies are getting a little upset because Amazon is all of a sudden getting into their world of whatever it is they might be trying to sell on Amazon. And Amazon is undercutting them, and so there's a lot of people upset about that. We'll talk a little bit about that. It's kind of interesting. Also coming up, we are going to be talking about, Alexa, Siri, anything, that you can... Did you see it? I saw a commercial on football while I was watching football last Sunday, and they did one of those things where they try and make your phone go off. And let's see if yours goes off. If you have an iPhone, let's see if this works. Hey Siri, what is the temperature?
It's currently 46 degrees.
Mine went off, and so they had that in a commercial. So, what's Google? It's not Hey. It's Google. I forget. Anyway, if you own any device that listens and is on and listening, wow, there's a way to get in and listen to what you're talking about. So we're going to be talking about what somebody might be listening to, what you're talking about. Potentially a hacker. That'd be horrible. That and a lot more. So stick around. It is show 233, Kid Friday. Let's get this show going.
Hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Oh!
Let's get this party started.
Yeah, I'm a kid. I love computers. I have an iPod. I'm a gadget freak. I like to play with my display. I do it every day. I have awesome technique. Yeah, I'm a Kid Friday. I love this stuff, can't you see? Yeah, I'm a Kid Friday. I'm a kid who's in love with technology. Kid Friday.
Oh, yes, indeed. Kid Friday brought to you by Story Cub. Video picture books. If you are anyone, you're going to love Story Cub. So spread the word, my friend. Spread the word, because it is story time anytime. 24/7, 365. I mentioned on the last show, if there were 366 days in the year, Story Cub would take advantage of that because they want to make sure that you have a story to watch. Video picture books, real people on screen reading to you. And how cool is that? Check it out. You can sign up as well. Just go to storycub.com. If you want, don't sign up. Just scroll down to the bottom of the screen and watch a video picture book. Video stories for kids of all ages, just like Kid Friday is. We hear from kids of from all ages. We really do. And anyway, Story Cub. It's so easy, and it's, what did I say? Free? It's free and easy. Wow. And it makes story time anytime. That's Story Cub. Go to storycub.com, and really want to thank you guys at Story Cub for being a sponsor right here on Kid Friday. Okay, so a few house cleaning notes. Okay, number one, corporate came down, all right? And so, you know, if you've been a viewer of Kid Friday, you know that we do it from different studios. And lately, we've been doing it from this studio, which has been Studio C. Okay, so, and I asked why. I can't answer. But let it be known, from now on, we're in Studio 1A, okay? I was going to tape it. Should I tape it to my head? Should I tape it right here? Should I tape it right here? I'm not going to do it. But, okay, so from now on, from Studio 1A, it's Kid Friday. Why? I don't know. That's what they told me. Does that mean this is a better studio or a... I'm not sure what that means. Interesting. So I was poking around the charts around the world, and Kid Friday's viewed in over 200 countries. And I noticed in our category, we're number 6. Kid Friday is number 6 in Uganda. So hello, everyone in Uganda or Africa. We've got a lot of viewers in New Zealand, all over the place. Anyway, thanks for watching Kid Friday, listening to Kid Friday. Whether you're listening or watching or just burping, thank you so much. So that's that. Hey, have you been getting, if you have an iPhone, notifications on your screen time? I'm gonna grab my phone here, and I just got a notification the other day. Screen time. So with the last update for iOS, this was part of the features that was built in, and you can turn it on, you can turn it off. It is automatically, I believe, turned on, because I don't remember turning it on. But it does give. So this, I just got this yesterday. Weekly report. It's available. So I'm not even clicking on it. It just came up in notifications. Your screen time was up 7% last week, for an average of 1 hour, 48 minutes a day. Really? I'm on the phone an hour and 48 minutes a day? Doing what? Hopefully work. That is. That's all I do. That's interesting. And the weekly report is available. So I'm pulling up the report, and here it is. I know why. Okay. So now I know why. And it tells me what it's most used for. And I was... there's been some stuff laying around, and I've been posting it on eBay, and I've been using my camera to take pictures and write descriptions, and now that makes sense. Here, let's see if I don't know if you can see that or not. Probably not. And maybe I should hook this up next time. But it tells you every day what you used it for: productivity, social network, entertainment. And so it's interesting. eBay is number 1 because I forgot about that. Number 2 for me is mail. I am on email constantly, so that makes sense. And then it goes down, it trickles down from there. So if you ever see a notification that tells you your screen time, it's interesting. It's very, very interesting. All right, while looking for something else that I was going to put here on Kid Friday, I ran across a video, and you think I'm kidding, but I'm just kind of not serious, but it's kind of sad. I'm sorry, but I'm going to share this with you. Kid Friday has been been rocking and rolling for a long time now, and we can't thank you for your support. And if you have been watching Kid Friday from a long time ago, my dog Winston was on the show. And here, let me show you. There's Winston right there. Standard poodle, happy guy. He likes to stick his head out the window and let the breeze go through his hair. Although it looks like he just got a haircut there. And also, he loved to wear, and it's true, he did. He loved to wear his, you know what? If it's nighttime, he'd watch Story Cub in his pajamas. And he would, hold on, I'm sorry. I'll take that off there. Look at that. He likes to kind of snoozaloo in his pajamas after, because you know what? He watches a Story Cub video picture book and it puts him to sleep. So there's that. And also, well, so I'll just tell you a little bit about him because Winston's a great guy. At times, he didn't appreciate the way I drive, okay? Sometimes, very small time, I like to take the corner maybe a little bit too fast. And we were going out one day, hey, want to go for a ride? That's all you have to say, right, to a dog, you want to go for a ride. But he insisted one day that he drive because I was going I don't know what happened, actually, didn't tell me. But he wanted to drive, so he hopped into the driver's seat. Usually goes shotgun, but you know that's how it is. Now I'm wearing these glasses not to be cool because I wear these glasses because I need to wear glasses. And Winston needed a pair of glasses, and these Ray-Bans seem to be the hip thing. So we took him to the optometrist because someone was going like, "What's going on?" It's like you throw him a treat, and he's like right next to it, one side or the other. It turns out he needed glasses, so got him some of those Ray-Bans, and seemed to work out well. And I'm getting to the point here in just a second. One thing, every year on his birthday, what do you do for a dog on a birthday? Well, every year, Winston got an ice cream cone from Dairy Queen. Look at that. So, once a year, he's chowing down a little ice cream. Ooh, look at that. He's going delicioso right there. That's what he is. But we'd have a camera set up. And because anytime that I'd record, he would always lay down somewhere. And so I would just set a camera up looking, towards him. And I'd go, hey, let's go to the pooch cam. All right, let's go. We're going to the pooch cam. And there it is. We go to the pooch cam, and there he is, all sacked out. I don't think he's watching Story Cub. He was just like listening to Kid Friday. And so that gets me down to the Pooch Cam video. So this is what I found. Okay, so there's a guy who lives in Canada who is a Kid Friday viewer. And he's like, hey, could I make kind of like, I have a dog, he said. And could me and the dog, could we make some kind of introduction before you go to the Pooch Cam? So you can play it and then, let's go to the Pooch Cam. I said, sure, yeah. So he sent this down from Canada, and this is what I found.
Okay, Shiva, it's the Kid Friday Pooch Cam. Do you want to see the Pooch Cam? Go get it. Let's go to the Pooch Cam.
And that's what he did. Let's go to the and then I would bring on the Pooch Cam. just like that, right? So I found that video, and I wasn't going to mention it, but Winston went to doggy heaven this year, and we're sure going to miss him. He was, I believe, 15 years old. So Winston, love you, buddy, and that's the Pooch Cam. All right, let's get on to some technology stuff. Technology person. Google, the Pixel 3 and 3 XL came out last week. You can buy or lease the phone from Google or Verizon Wireless starting at how much? $800. Google's latest flagship phones, the Pixel 3 and Pixel 3 XL, they boast an advanced camera featuring impressive computerizational photo innovations. But while it has been attractively low at its starting price for a flagship phone, some people are saying that after kind of calculating the cost per gigabyte of storage compared with Samsung's Galaxy, for example, or even Apple's, 10X S and the the XS Max. That's right. They're saying that maybe not so much. Yeah, there's no more plus anymore. It is Max. The 10X S and the XS Max. Now, Google, in case you didn't know, Google is responsible. They own Android. So if you have a Android device, whether it be from Google or Samsung or LG or any other Android phone, Google is the one that's why you have to go to the Google Play Store. That makes sense, does it not? So that's great. They came out with new phones, and almost immediately people were taking to the web and talking about the camera, and they were saying this, some of them anyway, were experiencing issues in which taking a photo while using Google Camera occasionally failed to save the picture. It knew how to take the picture, it just doesn't know how to save it. So users on Reddit and Google support forums are sharing their experiences, and the issue appears to be all over the place, affecting original Pixel phones as well as Pixel 2 and 2XL. Several members of The Verge, which is a website, Verge.com, reported that the Google Pixel phones have confirmed that they have experienced issues. The issue occurs specifically in cases when a user takes a photo with Google Camera and switches to another app or locks the phone immediately after use. There's also been some reports with other people's phones, including Samsung's Galaxy 9 and a bunch of others. So if you're experiencing, so it knows, because they updated the software, and so even on these older phones, they know how to take the picture, which is important. They just don't know how to keep the picture, and sure, they're pushing an update very soon, if they haven't by the time you're seeing this right now, to fix that issue. Because that would be a bummer, especially right when you come out with a new phone and, you don't want people to go the other way. Go somewhere else. Hear about problems. There are problems all the time. When a new phone comes out, I will say this, I always wait. When a giant new operating system comes out, I usually wait. I used to always wait, but now because of security threats and issues, so much security going on, all of these updates and everything, although they might include other cool features or things like that, usually there's something in there that has to do with security, so do that. Would you like to see, now if you think $800 for a phone And of course, let's see, the iPhone XS Max it starts at $1,099. And no more 16 gig anything anymore. It's interesting how we're progressing here. I'm going to show you one expensive phone. All right, I'm talking about one expensive phone. If you think those are expensive, how about this? This is the Vertu. Vertu is a phone manufacturer that specializes in producing luxurious handmade smartphones that end up costing thousands of dollars. Now, at a launch party in Beijing recently, the company announced a new pair of handsets, the Aster P and the Aster P Gothic. The company was forced to shut down its UK manufacturing business last year in the face of a giant debt that they owed to the people who loaned them the money, and now it may say inspired in the UK. A lot of people say inspired, right? They kind of like to use that word, but it's a pretty cool looking phone, and internally you'll find phones have a mid-range Snapdragon 660 processor, 6 gig of RAM, 128 gig of storage. I mean, it's not bad. It's good. But wait till you hear how much it costs. That's the whole thing. It's got a 12 megapixel camera on the rear, 20 megapixel selfie camera. That's pretty impressive on the front, and a 4.97 inch screen. So right now, if we take into effect the exchange rate, it starts at $4,200. And if you want to go all out, if you want to be the thing with the bling, it's going to cost you $14,120.82 with the exchange rate. I'm exchanging it with the Chinese yuan, I believe. Yeah, it is. It's the Chinese yuan. So that's an expensive phone, $14,000. Now, of course, it's got some gold plating on it, and you can get some diamonds on there if you want, and all this and that. They've been making them since 2012, these phones. And I don't know if you heard of them or not, but Vertu, Vertu, you can check it out, Vertu, and see what's going on there, because that is, look at that. That's some fancy bling on that. I'm just, wow. Not interested. Not interested. Now, if you have an Alexa, well, I guess we're going to tell you the good news first. You want to hear the good news or the bad news first? Well, let's talk about the good news. Because if you want, sometimes at night, you don't want, I know a lot of kids say they listen to Kid Friday at night. When they're going to bed, they put on Kid Friday, and if it's the video version, they just turn their phone over and they listen to Kid Friday, and for some reason, I guess I put you to sleep. Hold on, now that I think about it, it's not necessarily, anyway, you get the idea. Well, Alexa has a new whisper mode that just went live in the U.S. So if you are in the United States, you have whisper mode. You got to update. So they had an event, like a week ago? No, a month ago. I think it was a month ago, to talk about new features that are coming up with the Alexa. And they said coming soon is a feature where you can whisper. You could say, play a lullaby. and it'll play a lullaby. You don't want to wake a little baby up, so you kind of, the voice assistant is supposed to respond to whispering. If you have whisper mode. Now, if you have an Alexa, I'm going to tell you how to get the whisper mode, because you got to know how to get it. You got to know how to get it first. And you go into, where do you go into? I had it all right in front of me. And you can whisper, shh, peaceful, shh, play me a lullaby. Wow. Anyway, the deal is that you can get it by going into settings and then Alexa account after you go in, and then Alexa voice responses, and then you'll see a new, if you have it, if you've gotten the download, you'll see something that says whispered responses, and then that'll turn it on. So, got that? All right, settings. First, you have to get into your Alexa account and then go to settings, Alexa voice responses, and then there should be whispered responses. And just need to select that and make that live, and then see if you can whisper from across the room and see what happens. All right, so good stuff. Whisper mode. Yeah, especially parents have little babies. Whisper. Okay, so go to kidfriday.com. Boom. Maybe it'll say, and then you say, play. Okay. So that's the good part. That's the good news. Interesting news. Anyway. All right. Now, here's something that, wow. So hackers can now whisper into your... No, they can't. Hackers can now, well, I guess kind of whisper, commands into Alexa, Siri, Google Now. Someone else might be listening to what you are saying. Your digital assistant of choice, doesn't matter what it is, should carry out voice commands. And throw that on there. Maybe carrying out voice commands, but it turns out that these assistants are not as loyal as some might think, according to Fast Company. They reported that a research team in Zhejiang, China, figured out how to make commands to the digital assistants provided by Apple, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Samsung. The list goes on. It doesn't matter. In other words, it's any. It doesn't matter which one you have. They named the technique Dolphin Attack, which is possibly due to a security flaw in the way that these assistants work. Now, do you even know how they work? Yeah, you're going to say, I know how they work. I just turn it on and it works. Well, it's got to have a little something better than just do that. What it does is it sends out these inaudible ultrasonic frequencies, and these are used for a lot of things, to set up all sorts of devices. So not just these, but what it does, it takes advantage of the 20 kilohertz and above frequencies that humans can't hear. And anytime I when I'm reading something, when I'm doing something, it doesn't matter. It makes me think of music. And when I hear 20 kilohertz, it doesn't mean anything to you. But Gene Loves Jezebel back in the 80s, I believe, had a great song called 20 Kilohertz. Get it? Okay. But we're talking about kilohertz. We're talking something different. And it takes, what it does, it's a voice command is recorded, and then it is turned into an ultrasonic frequency that you can't hear, but your device can hear, and it picks up on that. And so there are people kind of freaking out a little bit. Are you going to do it? Someone listening to me? Because I have Siri on all the time. I'm assuming that it's just me and Siri. Is it true? I don't know. I don't know. I guess I could ask. Hey Siri, is anyone listening to us?
You can change Hey Siri in settings.
Okay, Siri. Thank you. I guess. I don't know. Hey Siri, how do I change the settings?
Sorry, Dave. Something's wrong. Please try again.
Something's wrong. I'm going to try again after Kid Friday. So you got to look out for these dolphin attack. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to get into how things happen. And we don't want to spread the news. But high frequencies kind of, you know what? When you match stuff together, like certain devices and things, it's sending out these ultrasonic high frequency signals that we can't hear, but are out there, and that's the deal there. So Amazon, I went on Amazon and I pulled up an example that I thought would be a good one. And while I was looking for an example, people try and sell stuff for. They're like trying to get someone. I don't know why. It's not nice. So what do you think? How much is a phone case for an iPhone? Okay. Now, I bought one off of eBay for 99 cents. I've seen these name brand fashion cases for $60, $100. We looked at that fancy phone, right? That Vertu, right? It's a fancy phone, huh? How much did I say that costs? $14,000 for the top of the line. Then why do people, and they're all over the place, why do people want to do this? I just don't get it. Here's a phone case. Come on. $139,000, please. Are you hoping for someone to accidentally order it? Would it even get approved? I don't know. But there's people out there trying to sell stuff that's like, because I was looking for a different example for that, which were audio cables. But I happen to run into, and there's a bunch of them. Look at that. Come on. How much? That's a lot of money to be spending on a phone case. And I think mom and dad or grandma and grandma or anybody whose account you're using would be a little upset. I would hope it'd be next day delivery, though. That's what I'd hope. All right, so Amazon, so they're giving away, they're getting into everybody's business. And what I mean is they are getting into their own private label, okay? And a private label is anything that says Amazon on it. I have ordered, wow. I've ordered a bunch of stuff. Because the Amazon stuff, you look at the reviews and, whoa, look out for the reviews. What are you talking about? Well, first off, Amazon cracked down on fake reviews a couple of years ago. As a matter of fact, I was trying to find one from, and it's not up there anymore. They prohibited shoppers from getting free products directly from merchants in exchange for writing reviews. Well, Amazon instead used this program called Vine, not the Vine you're thinking of, but one that they internally came up, the Vine program, in which Amazon serves kind of as a middleman between Amazon reviewers and vendors, people who sell the products, who are really excited because they want, I just said, I look at reviews. I'm sure, you probably look at reviews and see if they're good. Are they real reviews? That's the question. To be or not to be. A real review or not a real review. That is the question. So they had this program and excluded merchants from that. It allegedly kind of broke Amazon's rules, and number one, kicked them out and said, yeah, you can't use this Vine program. And so they kicked all these people out. They just kicked them out. And then they started using it. Amazon. Yeah, they use Vine to promote a fast-growing assortment of its own private label products, distributing free samples, which they don't allow other people outside. You know, you can sell stuff on Amazon, but you can't give away free product on Amazon if you're not Amazon. Anyway, the program prohibits distribution of free products, like I said, and is far more restrictive than the Vine program. This is a new program they came out. What's it called? I forget what it's called. We'll run into it. Anyway, so it gives Amazon really a big advantage when introducing its own brands, because it allows itself, hey, I mean, it's they're Amazon, right? So here's an example that I pulled up for you. So first, I searched iPhone. I went on Amazon. I searched iPhone cable because I figure that's probably pretty popular search term, iPhone cable. And what's the first thing that comes up? That's the first thing that comes up. All stuff branded Amazon. And then, and then after that, what comes up? Oh, more. All exclusive Amazon. Now, why are they doing it? Because they're Amazon. They make a bigger profit by sourcing the stuff, putting their name on it, and selling it to you, as opposed to having someone else sell and taking a finder's fee, or kind of like eBay. If you sell on eBay, eBay takes a percentage of the sale. So does Amazon. And they also charge for stores and things like that. But they make so much more money on their own stuff. And now people are getting a little bit upset about it. By the way, can we look at forget Amazon for a second? This is my favorite phone case in the world, the ice cream sandwich. Oh, that's delicious. I'm whispering. I wonder if my Alexa, I don't have an Alexa, turned up. But so all you see so what's going to happen is everything that you search doesn't matter. It's going to be Amazon. Now, if you're a big box retailer, and what is a big box retailer? I'm talking about big stores like Target or Walmart. They typically have about 100,000 items, all right? About 100,000 items. Well, and they have some of their own private label stuff. You know, if you go to Target, they have their private label. If you go to Walgreens, if you go to Walmart, they have their own private label, and it usually says compare to, right? So you got the real thing, and then you got the other thing that says compare to. Now, I know that according to U.S. laws, they crack down, especially on medications, that the compare to, if they put the actual name on it, it's got to be the exact thing. So it's always less money. But so anyway, so those stores, they sell about 100,000 items each, and Amazon sells millions of different items. So if you think 100,000 items is a lot, Amazon has millions and millions of things for sale. And if you want to scroll through the pages, go to it. But several merchants selling stuff on Amazon say that their sales fell after Amazon introduced similar private label products that were heavily promoted on the site, both through Vine reviews and through sponsored search placements on the site. Amazon is increasingly a pay-to-play platform, which means if you are a merchant, you're gonna have to pay. You want to sell on Amazon? Sure. Give us some more money, and we'll come up with some interesting sounding programs that you can participate in. A lot of people who sell on Amazon are, I think because of that, there is eBay, but I think there's room for another player. And because there's so many companies that are basically, number one, it's so easy. I don't know if you know this, but if it says it's shipped from Amazon, so a lot of companies, what they do is they have products made in China, and they're put in containers. They have to be shipped over to the United States or wherever you are in the world, wherever you live. And then Amazon, at least I know, in the United States, you can create a product, have it made in China, and ship directly to Amazon's warehouse. And then when someone buys something, it gets picked by Amazon. Someone picks it, and they charge you a little fee, and they ship it, and this and that, and you have some fees that go up. But you don't have to have a warehouse. You can, if you have an idea for a product and you want to sell it, and you don't want to mess around with anything, you can sell it on Amazon, and you can have it shipped. Hey, you can have it made in the United States. Don't get me wrong. You can have it made in the United States and ship it to Amazon's warehouse. They'll charge you a monthly fee for storage and this and that, and you don't have. You can make it. And once they start to see that, wow, your product is selling, then they're going to come up with their own private label. Because I have spoken to some people that these guys are getting into businesses that I never would have imagined that there would be an Amazon branded product. Literally, you talk to any, whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you, it doesn't matter. If they see the sales that, of course, they have access to all this data because you're selling it on Amazon. And I'm not trying to diss Amazon at all, but they can give out free samples, and of course, because it's their own company, they can do whatever they want, right? There they go. A lot of people are saying it's unfair, so just saying that. All right, enough of that, I guess. All right. Should we take a look at the lineup one more time for the iPhone, because people were asking about that? What's gone? What's not gone? Here you go. That's the deal right there. Get the 7. And as I mentioned on the previous couple shows now, if you are in the market for a phone, hold off. Hold off until Black Friday. And of course, here at Kid Friday, we always do our annual Black Friday special and kind of tell you where the best deals are. And so the iPhone XR is finally out, and all this stuff. There's gonna be a huge amount of deals on Android phones, on iPhones, and it seems like, speaking of restrictions, there is what's called a MAP policy. And a MAP policy, now I'm really getting into things that, well, anyway, MAP, it's easy to remember MAP. And have you ever seen ads where it says, like, price too low to advertise? I've seen those. Or, for an example, for a phone, what you see a lot on Black Friday is buy the whatever phone, and we'll give you a $300 gift card or a $50 gift card. Because the manufacturer is saying, we're not lowering our prices. We're not doing that. Okay? Our price is our price. So these retailers, to bring you in, they take the hit while still making money. So they're just fine. So MAP is a minimum advertised price. Okay, so I know this from well, let's just say you're going to go buy a CD, a DVD. Yeah, we download and stream now. Although I love vinyl. Wow. And I love. Okay, so anyway, not everyone, but some companies like Apple is a perfect example. Has a MAP policy, and it is, hey, if you want to sell our phone in your store, here is the minimum advertised price. So you're not going to see the Apple iPhone XS Max for less than $1,099 new. Now, on Black Friday, let's say Walmart says, well, we're going to Target, or I'm trying to think of who else. I don't know. Best Buy. Best Buy could say, hey, we're going to, on Black Friday, get the iPhone Max for $1,099. That's Apple's. And we'll give you, like I said, a $300 gift card. So that's how they, and then of course you're going to come back and you're going to buy stuff off that gift card, and Best Buy gives you $300 worth of spending money in their store, and you're only going to buy $150 worth of stuff from them. So they're only giving you $150 because the markup is usually, you just double the price on markup. And so if we work ourselves backwards, let's just say $1,000, and it doesn't matter. Let's say you get a $300 gift card. That means that whatever you buy at that retailer, like Best Buy, definitely electronics, you will. It only costs them $150. And so they still make money because they sold you that iPhone, which they doubled their money on, which was $1,100. So what is that? $650? No, it's not. I mean, 12, 13. You get the idea. $550, right? Whatever. So it costs them $550. They give you a $300 gift card, and you're buying $300 worth of stuff that only cost them $150. So, but they still need to keep the lights on. Let's not forget that. So, all right. Well, enough of that stuff. All right. But Amazon is definitely branding their own stuff. Best Buy, which is an electronics retailer in the United States. Matter of fact, it's based out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, where Kid Friday is broadcasting from. I got to tell you, a lot of people thought that they were going to go under. And they're coming back. There's a lot of people shopping there. By the way, on Black Friday, I just thought of this. First off, number one, not everything is a great deal on Black Friday. So don't think that just because it's a Black Friday deal, it's a good deal. The best deals, I just remember reading this last year, the best deal, if you want to get a TV, so let's say you want to get a 55-inch TV, the best deals on TV, most of the time, on average, is just before the Super Bowl. That's when TVs are usually the cheapest. So because there's great TV deals on Black Friday. And you go, well, yeah, but what if there's not going to be a good one on before the Super Bowl? But typically, on average, there are better deals on TVs before the Super Bowl, and also beyond. And we'll talk about this on the on our Black Friday special. But keep this in mind when you see a TV set on Black Friday. So right now, it seems like most of the companies out there, the big ones, and other ones, they make special TVs for Black Friday. which is the day. Typically used to be the day after Thanksgiving, which is coming up, and then it kind of rolled itself into the day of Thanksgiving and before Thanksgiving. Who knows? Black Friday may roll out tomorrow. If so, we'll come on with a special bulletin and let you know. But these manufacturers are making TVs especially for Black Friday, and they're taking out features. They're removing features from these TVs, and that helps to make the price as low as they can go. Now, I may say it's a smart TV. However, how smart is it? You know, I know some smart people, and I know some very smart people. And let's just say you got to look at the specs. You have to look at the specs. And now the whole thing now, it's like, what's 4K? I mean, 5K. Oh, we're on 5K. But a lot of these companies do strip out some stuff out of these TV sets and some other electronics that they're able to sell them so cheap. And then, so keep that in mind. And then there's that minimum advertised price, you know, the Xbox bundle with a $150 gift card, because they can't sell it to you cheaper than what the company says. If you want to sell our Xbox, well, Microsoft says you gotta sell it at our price. Okay, there you go. I think that's about enough for this week. And again, my apologies to our 8th grade teacher, Lori. It doesn't sound right. Miss Lori. Miss Lori? My apologies to Miss Lori on a scheduling conflict there. But I promise we are going to have her back here on Kid Friday in a future show. I know we are. And I even had some special 8th grade stuff ready for her. Look at that. 8th grade rocks, especially in her class, because she's awesome. She really is. If every teacher was like her, and I mean this, if every teacher was like her or Miss Fair at Armstrong High School, both, you know, wow, the world would be a better place. All right. Well, wrapping things up on show number 233. Can't thank you enough for joining us. This is a 2018 KidFriday.com production, all rights reserved. Don't call us, we'll call you, or something like that. We're going to be doing some reviews of some stuff, and we're going to be doing some giveaways. So make sure you tune in. And if you are someone who, a lot of people have reached out to us wanting us to review their products. And, you know, if you think it fits Kid Friday, just go to KidFriday.com. And there is a link that special for you that you can just put in your information in, and we'll get it figured out. All right. So we like to end with the beginning. And thanks so much. And we'll talk to you. You. I'm talking about, no, not your, no. You. We'll talk to you on the next Kid Friday. Have fun.
Hit it.
Oh! Let's get this party started.
Yeah.